My boys, we have a wonderful machine in our possession, having until we fully explore the full potential of this miraculous machine. We shall tell no one. Hello, welcome to the wonderful world of random sequencing. Today we're going to be talking about the 30 plus 30 equals 60 sequence. So how does this get created? Okay, well, whenever you see a 30-30, it will link to a 60. Like right here you got a 6 and it links to a 0. Over here we got a 30-30 also, and so that has to link to a 60. In other words, it has to link to this 6. And the only way it could actually do that is because it has to have a bridge of some sort, a statement that allows a bridge. It basically allows this to connect right at this point and then form a 60 here or form a 60 over here, right? And so this 14, since it acts like a bridge, it carries the statement, and basically that statement is the I-form statement. So that's why this was allowed to connect. And when it does, it connects to this 60 and this 660. So the question is that if it's going to connect to 60 over here, and you have to make a judgment call, right? So if it's going to be a 0 of some sort, you obviously have to play all zeros: 0, 00, 10, 20, and 30. So it's good to know that if there's going to be a 60, you got to play all the zeros, okay? You want to ask yourself, why is it that the 6 didn't get created here, or the 6 didn't get created over here? The reason why is because when Mother Nature, thinks very, very intelligently. So, in other words, if you're going to have a 30-30 here and a 30-30 here, it has to be nearby, right? So at least it has to connect a half step here, and then there'll be a bridge over here. And there are many other bridges, but it formed the 14 here. So you're asking why the 14, right? And so if you go over here, you got two statements, 32 and 17, two numbers. And the thing to look at is that these are the numbers that you need to focus on, and that is the value numbers. It's on the right-hand side, and the statements are on the left-hand side. So basically, what's the statement? The statement is I am, and then it went into 27. So the number that you need to focus on is the 27. These are the value numbers. So since this is 27, right? 27. I am 20. It says I am 27, and that is equal to 14. So why is that? Okay, 27 is equal to 14 because it says 2 7s, right? And what is 2 7s? 7, 7. And 7 plus 7 is equal to 14. So if you ever see a 14, it'll link to a 27. If you ever see a 27, it'll link to a 14. So remember that, and you'll be okay. And so that explains. But here's another thing that I want you to focus in on because it's an interesting concept here. Notice that this 3 links to this 0, and this 3 links to this 0. It's kind of like saying 30-30 here, right? And so that could be a reason why it created this 30-30. And another thing is that this 30 carries a statement, and it basically says more of what? 30-30. And so it's quite possible that that's the reason why it did this 30-30. What I want to explain here also is that notice how this before I do that, let's go to this concept. It says 29. And so what is the 29? The 29 carries a statement that says plus 2, or add 2 cells, right? So in this sense, we're looking at this 30-30. So this states this. So you have a statement here. It says plus 2 cells, right? So this is why it added these 2 cells. So remember the 29. And also there is a 9. If you ever see a 9, that's basically the add statement. So we have a 9 there. And I want to explain this sequence here because it made a 34 and 34, and you're probably wondering why is that? Okay, the reason why is the 12, it has the repeat functionality. So it's going to repeat this number, but it might repeat this number, right? because it's like right, it's a half step away. So it's looking at this number and it's looking at this number. So if it's going to have a 4, in other words, if it's going to repeat these two numbers, those are the high value numbers that you want to play right here, right? Because this is the cell and needs to be filled. And then, so logically, you probably want to play all 4s just to be safe, right? The 4, 14, 24, and 34. One of those numbers is going to hit. And so remember the high value numbers because it's saying repeat this number and repeat this number, right? So those are your high value numbers, right? And so since you're going to cover all your bases here with all these 4s, you're going to hit. And in this case, you hit on 34. Because the reason why is that Mother Nature throws a curveball, and so you got to be ready. Play all the 4s, and that way you'll cover your bases. So that's an interesting concept. Another thing that's kind of interesting is that the 34 is linked to a 12, and so the reason why is because this 34 carries a statement. It says 3 4s. What's 3 4s? 4, 4, 4. And so 4 plus 4 plus 4 is equal to 12. So whenever you see a 34 and you see a 12, that's the reason why. So I hope that you like this sequence. It's the 30 plus 30, and it'll equal to 60. And obviously, if it's going to link to a 60, you're thinking that it's this cell because it has to be. It's a half step away. Obviously, you want to play all 6s, 6, 16, 26, and 36, and you'll be safe. One of those numbers is going to have a 6. So play all those 6s, and in this case, it was 26. So 60, 60, 30, 30, 30, 30, you have the I-form statement, and it was able to connect this 6, and then it's kind of probably going to connect to a 0 here. So again, you play all 0s, and you'll hit there too. So that's the 30 plus 30 equals 60 statement, and I hope you like it. And folks, as always, please click the subscribe button below, show some love, give me some thumbs up. I have links below with PayPal and Patreon, and I will see you on the next wonderful world of random sequencing.